What's your plan? If your plan is pre-thought out and written down in a place where you know it is and your family is acquainted with it, then when the time comes for you to implement that plan, everybody knows how to react. You know, they know how to act and they know what to do, and because they've gone over it before, you don't forget things. You don't have to go back to the police officer and say, I got to go back to my house, I promise, this is so important. It's already thought out, and you think about it. So you've got all of your destination planning. There's a place for your keys, a house key, your car keys. You can put in, I don't know if this would hold your ring of keys, though. But you put your keys, your destination keys, garage door opener, you have it here. This one is for your cash. You put your cash. Just think, if you had to leave home, I mean, you pick this up. Look, you've got everything that you need in it. Then there's the section on prepare to stay, and here's what you do when the emergency hits. Here's what you're going to do if you've got, and it just goes over briefly, a chemical threat, or if you're confined to your home, or a biological threat, or a radiation threat. It's very simple. It's not meant to be a textbook, and it's not meant to be overwhelming. It's meant to help your family get a plan and know the basics. And then it goes into a little more detail. But and then the whole back half of this is all for your your important documents and vital records. So you start here, and it's your personal information. This is a form that puts a snapshot of each person in your family. Their illnesses, their medications, their allergies. I mean, important things that you need to know. Gives you a snapshot. You can follow this checklist. And there's a place for like birth certificates. You can slide your Social Security cards in here. It's all this information. This one is for your passports. It'll also tell you take a copy of that passport, because when it's in use, you need a copy in your binder. My boy's in Brazil on a mission. He has his passport. If he were to lose that, I have a copy. I have a copy. So it tells you things like that. Take a copy and put it in. It goes through your insurance information, and you can put your things like, it's in your auto, your health, your life insurance. It's meant to be like this form is a snapshot of, so I can look and say, okay, we've got 2 life insurance policies. You fill out the information. Then you can just take a copy of the top page, put it behind, you've got everything you need. So you can do some documentation. You do your financial information, and it goes through your loans, your banking, your investments, stuff like that. Then you go to your assets. And now, in your preparing your home, there's a section, there's a tip that says, take pictures of everything you own. Go through your house and take pictures of every room from different angles and document your belongings. And I tell you, go in, do the outside of your house, do your garage, if you've got an RV or motorcycle boats, take pictures. Well then, what we've done is we've included a CD in here. So you can drop all your pictures right on here. And I have purposely included extra slots. So you can back up your computers, you can put your pictures, you can put your genealogy, you can put whatever, and you've got slots right here for your CDs, or you've got a pouch. Like I back up all my business stuff on my flash drive. I slip it in my pouch, and it is right there. You can put your safety deposit box keys, you can put, all that kind of information. Then there's a final planning section for your wills, living wills, letters to loved ones, things like that. And then there's your burial plans, and back here is like if you want it with your uniform donor, you can plan that out. If you have a plan, you can pick this up. You can pick this up and have everything you need. I mean, you still have to take like your 72-hour kits. So on my grab and go list, the first thing I have on there is my 72-hour kits, because that would keep us alive. The second thing, we would pick this up and have, I would have all my keys, all my destination planning, my maps are in here, my cash is all in here, my important documents, and there's instructions on if I have to purify water, things like that. I mean, it would all be, this is literally meant to pick it up and go and get your family with a plan, because I think that's critical. And as I go and I talk to people, I'm learning. They don't have a plan. Everybody's on board to get supplies, and that is a crucial and critical piece. But getting a plan is absolutely the key. It's the key to making all of these supplies effective if we have have a disaster. Now, two things I want to say really quickly. On the water purifier that he showed us, I am very excited about this. We just contracted a lab to do water testing, and we just got permission from Deseret News. They've agreed to print the article. And we, next month, are going to do testing of all of the water purification and filtration systems. We're going to boil water, we're going to do a Clorox, we're going to do all of these things, and we'll rank everything on their ease of use and their filters and all of this, and we'll give everything a rating. And Deseret News is going to print it for us. So I thought that was something that we could look forward to. The other thing, one thing, the website for this is going to be available in April, about April, the end of March or April. All of these forms will be online. Not all of them, but only the fill-out forms. So when you move or you buy a new car or something like that, you can go online, fill it out, and print it out on your computer and put it in your binder. I also love that it's a 3-ring binder because you can add your own plans. I mean, if you've got emergency plans for the school, punch that and put it in. If you've got specific earthquake or instructions that are meant for our area, I say punch it and add it to your folder. I added 10 sheets to every folder. It was 210 sheets, and it all fit in here. Now, here's another cool thing that fits in there. Goal Zero is coming next month. That is one of the solar power companies that's going to do our presentation next month. They have this very cool. Okay, another thing I forgot to mention, when I ask people, I say, what would you take? What would be most important? And what's when you have to leave your house? One thing most people say is they want to stay connected. So Goal Zero has this solar panel, and you can't do a laptop with this one, but you can do a phone, you can do an iPad, you can do an iTouch, things like that. That now fits right here in the back. So now if you can slide that in your binder, and now you can stay connected because you've got solar power to charge, those electronics. I am a firm believer, if you have a plan and your family has a plan, not only will it help you to survive, but it will help you to cope. Because part of the problem with disasters is we panic and we don't know how to cope. And the disaster only lasts usually that long. The aftermath of the disaster is usually this long, and figuring that all out. And a plan is what helps us survive, and it's what helps us cope. If you have any questions, I know we're probably out of time, but if you have any questions, you can come up after. I did try and give everybody an outline of the binder. Because if you want to go home and try and put something together, you've got something, you certainly can. I went to the office supply store and I bought everything that's in this binder at retail, and it cost me over $100 to get all the pages and the pouches and pockets and everything. And then there was none of the information and forms and anything in there. But I did give the outline. So if you can go home and get yourself a plan. And so it's an outline of a family plan for you to think about. Okay, any questions?
Oh, the quality of the binder, Tammy.
This is a Samsonite binder.
Okay.
And I did it for that reason because I really like that they did luggage zippers. And you can tell because I can't even zip this one up right now. But you can see the qualities of the zippers on that. And I like that it was secure. When we actually went out to the test market and we had some like the $1.99 plastic binder, people are looking at that and thinking, okay, I'm keeping my cash in there and birth certificates and things like that. They're going, I don't think so. I don't think so. This, and then things, if they were to fall out or anything like that. This, we liked it. It had a handle. It was Samsonite. We felt it was secure, and it was something that you would feel, that generally people would feel confident keeping their information in it. Anyone else? Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the paperwork. A lot of people have gotten this information, and they said they were copying them. I haven't seen anything yet.
Okay, they are getting copies, and they were bringing them in. I'm sure that by the end of class or afterwards, we'll get more classes.
How many still don't have copies?
Oh, wow.
We've made copies 2-3 times now.